As you look at weight class for this year, what are you thinking?
Well, apparently there's been some meetings going on with UWW, potentially talking about weight changes and talking about uh, weight weigh-in times being different.
Hmm.
Nothing set in stone to figure that out, and I don't know when there'll be an answer. So I think that's probably going to determine what I end up doing. Um, and hopefully we get an answer quickly. This is, I don't know if you guys have heard the same thing, but it was the first time I heard about it at NCAA. So, um, I thought I had my mind made up, and now it's like, well, if things change, then we'll see.
Yeah, so I had heard that at the Olympics that they were considering changing weigh-in timing, right? Which I assume is what you heard as well at NCAA's.
Mhm.
And yeah, I assume that those changes would not be coming this year if they hadn't announced them yet. But if
Sure.
you're definitely more plugged in than I am on something like this. So it sounds like if they change the weigh-in procedure, timing, whatever, you would consider going back down to 74. If they're as is, you would go up. My question is
Mhm.
it 79 where you're a multiple world champion? Is it 86 where you've made the Olympic trials finals? Which weight do you think it would be if they don't change the weigh-in rules?
Yeah, if they keep it the same, if it's a 2 hour weigh-in, like either weight, honestly, would be fine with me. Um, just trying to figure out what's best at the Open or at trials. I think I qualify for trials anyway. So, and I'm honestly hoping to hear this week on like what happens.
Yeah.
So I don't really have like a specific answer. Um, but in 2016, when it was night before weigh-ins, I weighed 177 pounds and wrestled 86 kilos. So I feel like I can wrestle with those big guys. Obviously, we have some really, really good young talent um, in the U.S. at 86 and at 79. But um, yeah, honestly, just waiting. I thought I was going to give you an answer until NCAAs because you've been asking for a couple weeks. But after NCAAs hearing that, I was like, well, maybe we slow our roll for a second.
Yeah, well, the suspense will be make it all the more exciting when we do find out. Because there is a time where you'll have to know, and we'll all get to know. So that's just
Mm.
fine. How much coordination on weight class? Is there any internal discussion? Hey, we got this guy at this weight, this person at that weight. If we slot you in at 79, that'd be perfect, or 86, whatever. How is that a conversation you guys would have?
Yeah, I think the coaches just want all of us in one weight class. They would rather just have every single one of our guys wrestle the same weight,
Hmm.
so that we don't have to worry about other people. We'll just do it at Penn State, and we'll just wrestle here
Oh,
and make the
okay.
world team that way. Um, no, I mean, obviously there's considerations. We just have so many guys here that are high level that can compete, at a world stage, and you just run into that. We've had that for a while. I moved in and caused a lot of that rippling, and then also Coach Kale and company have developed the guys and made it so that they are world class, and that's something that that's you're a victim of your own success in that way. So yes, there's been times, but you never know what happens, with injuries and people who, aren't feeling good or, coming off of a big tournament like the NCAAs, like what's going to happen and that sort of thing. So we've definitely talked about it. But again, no real concrete answers like, hey, it would be nice to have 10 guys on the world team. Um, and we have a lot of good talent that could potentially do that. And yeah, so it's a lot of fun to be in that room and just learn and test yourself. And even when you're wrestling a guy who's not a starter, you're wrestling age group world champions, age group world medalists, and so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.